Well, ironically enough, what I would say is my number one tip is to get 8 hours of sleep at night, which is crazy because some people will say, oh, as adults, you only need 6 to 7. But I highly maintain that one of the secrets to my success is a really, really, really good night's sleep. And I am pretty rigid about it. I get about 7 to 8 hours of sleep at night. And I think that just makes my waking hours a lot more productive. I'm less brain foggy. I'm less trying to remember what's going on. And I still have those moments. And I definitely have to work on brain fog because I've got so many different things going on. But sleep is my very first and favorite tip for all things productivity. I will try to explain this as easily as I can and as quickly as I can because I know your time is quick. But I use the daily, weekly, and monthly list. And what that means is that everything in your business, I tell entrepreneurs that their biggest downfall is their to-do list, which is interesting because they think that the to-do list is what's getting things done. But it's the regular things that you do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis that is really what's going to make you feel the most productive. So I have a spreadsheet that I can access anywhere, anytime that has daily activities. And then I have things that I only do once a week and I've assigned them a week. So whether it's Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. And so then I can get up on Thursday morning and I can see all my dailies. I can see the things that I'm only doing on Thursdays and I can be prepped for that. And I can see any other projects that need to be done. And then my monthlies are all assigned a specific day of the week, the day of the month. And so I might have something on the 15th. And so I'm going to get my dailies, my weeklies, and then something that's done on the 15th that day. And in order to do that, I have to block out the time on my calendar. So when you put your to-do list on your calendar, you're way more effective than if you say, I need to make time for my to-do list. When I have time, I'll hit my to-do list. Instead, I've got all of those things blocked out onto my calendar. And I can move them if I reschedule them. So if a client calls and says, hey, can you meet on Tuesday at 4, which is not my time that I meet clients. If I have something else in that time block, I have to make the decision where I say, I'm sorry, I'm booked, or I can move that time. But the truth is that every entrepreneur can only schedule 60 to 75% of their working time in their calendar because things have to shift, things have to move. And so like in the case of the podcast production business, he's over scheduling what his body and brain can actually do because you have to be able to have the flexibility to shift some things around and you can't schedule that much. So it's all about making the time clock work for you. And anyone else who works for me, they have their own too. So my assistants have their own daily, weekly, and monthly list. And then it's not a matter of keeping them busy and figuring out what needs to be done. They have their own productivity list. So if I have an assistant that only comes 3 days a week, on her 3 days, she knows exactly what she's getting done and she's being crazy productive. So